Hello, today we are going to address a human resources issue, and specifically I'm addressing the furlough grant that is available to people in the UK, and specifically people who were on a payroll come the end of February 2020. So the first thing I want to make clear is the furlough is not the same as redundancy. The only reason why the furlough grant is in place is to bail out companies and employees because of the COVID-19. So how does the furlough grant work? So for now, the only information we have is that the furlough grant will run for 3 months. That is from March for 3 months, and then the government will review that as the COVID-19 situation progresses. The other thing, the government has said it's only paying 80% of what you got end of February 2020. Now the 80%, they're only paying up to 2,500. So you can now do your calculation, see what you got, your salary of February, see what you got, do the 80%, and then you can have a rough idea of how much you get. However, if it's more than 2,500, just know that they will trim it to 2,500. Okay. For now, the application process or any other modalities are not yet out. However, they have said all that will be clear come end of April 2020. So we are all anxiously waiting to see or understand how the whole procedure will work. Okay. So the other question I have been receiving a lot is from employees who are asking, can my employer force me to go onto the furlough grant? So what I will say to both employers and employees, please ensure that the modalities you're going, especially to the employers, the modalities or the selection process of who goes onto the furlough grant, they are fair and equal to everyone. Okay. And to the employers, ensure that you have it written down. Ensure that the employees you offer the furlough grant to have a written agreement. They agree to it, they understand it, and they sign it. At the same time, ensure that agreement is in line with the government policies and the company policies, so that both parties are on the same page and everything is clear to both of you. This way, you the employer and you the employee, you're protected in case of any future eventualities. Okay, so the other question I've been receiving is from ladies who are on maternity, asking, can they be forced to go onto the furlough grant? What I will say, as long as you're on maternity, your maternity pay will continue as it is. So at the end of your maternity, you and your employer will sit down, you will have the discussion, and you will agree whether you will go onto the furlough grant or they will continue paying your salary as normal. So the other question I have been getting is for people who are in between jobs or people whose contract came to an end of February. So what I mean in between jobs is, you end of February, you resigned from your job, and then you're starting another new job in March, but you really couldn't start it because of COVID-19. So, you're somewhere hanging. So what is happening is some companies are allowing their former employees to go onto the furlough grant because they were on their payroll at the end of February 2020. So what I will say, if you're in such a situation, please speak to your former employer and see if they will be willing to put you onto the furlough grant. Again, understand you cannot force them. So you have to be very cautious and careful and just really have a discussion with them and see if they're willing to do that for you. For this and more information or any questions with regards to human resources, kindly get in touch. My contact at the bottom of this video. Thank you.
Say what you wanna say to me now.